Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Two Drunk Dorks. We are here today on May the 4th, and we are celebrating Star Wars Day. Yay! And today we are happy to be discussing a Star Wars topic.
Did Disney tank Star Wars?
And we know everyone has a strong opinion of that, as do we.
Because we are Two Drunk Dorks, the show where we drink.
And we know things.
Welcome back, everyone. Yes, today is episode 3. Did Disney tank Star Wars? But like last time, we have a few things. Leslie, what have you got? You brought something.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're sitting down, Walt, because I brought this wonderful speed racer guy, the Millennium Falcon, and Chewbacca, and I know both of them.
All right. Pop it. Find a little spot.
Little spot.
Maybe on the guy's shoulder.
And I do want to point out,
Hector's shoulder.
while Leslie's doing that, I don't have any Star Wars type things.
Love it.
But this is my Star Wars shirt, because even though these are polar bears, they actually look like little Millennium Falcons.
Aw, they do.
Tiny baby Millennium
So I have a shirt
really
full of
do.
Millennium Falcons.
Oh, look at that. Jason brought an Ewok Pez dispenser.
Please tell me there's Pez in there.
Oh, boy.
Oh, are there pets in there?
Jason.
Jason, come on.
Cool trick.
So disappointed. All right, Leslie.
It's a trap.
Get an axe.
Right next to this half-smoked cigarette seems to be a good spot.
Wow, I didn't
What is
realize.
that?
Probably yours.
Yeah, probably Leslie's.
And then two, where is it, Leslie? I was
yeah.
digging around
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the basement, and I found this,
It's a relic.
and I got this, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna build this. But then I opened the box, and it needs to be painted and put together, and I was like, fucking 10 years old. There's no way in hell.
Fuck that
Also,
shit.
the instructions for this were for an AT-AT and not this. So
Yeah, but so what I find really strange about this is the instructions were for an AT-AT. And there's a little tiny snow speeder. So that goes with that. I almost guarantee it. But there's no other
this
AT-AT
was
parts.
a sealed set too when I got this.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
just been
weird.
sitting in the basement ever since.
We got our biker scout. He looks pretty cool. And we have our little pieces of the speeder bike.
Oh, there's another.
speed.
And
We
there's the
should
glue.
do that.
The
We
glue.
should actually, like,
Is there somebody out there who watches the show who can like paint this stuff and put this together? Because it would be really cool.
Yeah, give us your address. We'll send it to you.
but then send it back, please, because I want to see
Send
it
it
done.
back fully assembled and painted.
P.S. We're not
So yeah,
paying
this is
you.
Return of the Jedi. This is our toy corner, our little.
That one
Set.
might be harder to find a
Yeah.
spot. Maybe on the back of the couch?
Yeah, that'll work.
set,
work.
set
I
stuff.
like it.
Toys.
I like it. A little centered.
Hooray!
Perfect. Okay.
Hooray!
So, well, how are we going to start this discussion?
I think we should start.
God damn it.
So Leslie has constructed this beautiful wheel of shots. And the wheel of shots contains, what, 6?
Yeah.
6 different shots, all Star Wars themed.
Yeah. So, who's gonna do the honors? And,
You.
And give it a first spin? No.
I think I will.
Yeah.
See, that was perfect. What do we got?
Drink me, you will.
Drink me, you will.
Oh yeah. Cheers. Cheers.
Big
Cheers.
one.
Yes, it's all liquor. So
Oh,
sec.
God. Oh,
it's very sour,
I love it.
and it's because it has sours.
very sour.
So, yeah, of course, everyone knows about George Lucas and Star Wars. How can you not?
If you haven't watched
Even
it,
I know about Star Wars.
I mean, look at
that's
this t-shirt.
saying a lot.
Look at this Millennium Falcon t-shirt she's wearing. It's amazing. In 1977, this dude makes this freaking movie that changes everyone's perspective of what you can do on film. You know, notably the special effects. They were insane. Created this company called Industrial Light and Magic that did some really cutting edge shit and stuff that had never been seen before.
But what happened in 1977 started a phenomenon, a resurgence into space movies, even helped kind of bring back Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry was actually a fan of Star Wars, and George Lucas was a fan of Star Trek. And then Empire Strikes or Return of the Jedi came out, what, 83?
Return of the Jedi 83. Yep.
And then there was nothing for many, 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 many years.
And everybody's like, it was a great thing.
There were made-for-TV movies.
But George Lucas also, he took time out to make the magical, amazing hit Howard the Duck.
I liked Howard the Duck. That was a silly, amazing, stupid...
Howard the Duck? Is that a children's movie?
You've never seen Howard the Duck?
No, it's not a children's movie at all.
Oh my God. Leah Thompson, freaking Howard the Duck.
You see anthropomorphic duck boobs.
Yeah, you do.
Ooh,
there's a
that's
female
hot.
duck bathing in a bathtub. You know, at the time, I think I was probably like 10.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, geez, there's boobs.
But also, I mean... At the same time, too, he was also doing Indiana Jones movies. There's that trilogy.
Yeah, so Lucas was off doing other things.
But he was mostly producing. He only really directed episode 4,
yeah.
Star Wars.
But he did the story of Indiana Jones. He did the story of a couple others, Willow. But then
he did write the story for that.
Yeah, and then he was a executive producer on Labyrinth, I believe, right?
In Labyrinth?
Yes.
Did you say hello?
No, I said hello, but that's close enough.
He was very busy doing other properties, mostly producing and developing things, writing. Star Wars thrived. There was many, many book series, book trilogies that came out.
Timothy Zahn.
Timothy Zahn, Heir to the Empire. And I think they relaunched the toys several times because when you are running out of money for something, you just go back and reprint shit.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Lucas started several other companies. He started Skywalker Sound, and he also started Industrial Light and Magic. And the stuff they were doing behind the scenes with computer animation and CG was really the catalyst of Pixar.
But
Cool.
George Lucas himself had
That's so
nothing to do with Pixar, really. Like, he didn't, no direct intervention or influence or anything like that. George Lucas was like developing technology, but he was also like producing and writing cool stuff. And then sometime around the mid-90s, there was rumblings that...
Back up, there was rumblings that he was going to re-release the original
I keep forgetting
Star Wars
about this
films.
because this is going to be a source of contention for
Yes.
us for the rest of the episode.
Some of you might not be aware if you're not a hardcore Star Wars fan, but in 1997,
Or if you're a softcore fan.
maybe Lucas and his team came up with the special editions, and they were complete reworks of the original 3
scared me?
films.
At the same time, finally, after threatening for many years of doing sequels, they're going to do the sequels. Boom! George Lucas announced they're going to do the prequels.
Yep, and we were so freaking excited because we were kids when the first 3 came out. But after these prequels have success, he decides he's going to hang up and he's going to sell Lucasfilm. And who comes in with the highest bid?
Mickey
M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse.
The original Darth Sidious Lords Disney.
Yeah.
Darth Disney.
So now, as Lucasfilm fans and Star Wars fanatics, we are terrified that all of a sudden Disney is going to own Lucasfilm. What's going to happen?
But also a little bit of maybe excitement because Disney has a bajillion million dollars and they can print their own money.
Yeah.
Which means that they're going to have a shit ton of money to throw into the Star Wars universe.
Okay, and
Or so we think.
So we
Now,
think. That is a double-edged sword now because Disney is going to have resources to actually make Star Wars something we didn't think it could be. But then now they're not going to have Lucas and his vision. And Star Wars is George Lucas. Okay, so now what's going to happen here? We were all a little bit concerned.
Like they're going to get unraveled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Speaking
now,
of unraveled, should we get a little more unraveled?
I think we should.
Please do.
I think it's time for The Doctor is In.
And we're back. We have our special segment, The Doctor is In. It's a blind taste test, and Leslie's going to bring us the doctor. Then I don't know. What are we doing?
We have
Adam?
to tell her what flavor it is.
Are we going to sniff it or just like taste it?
I think we should sniff it first. Don't you think?
Sniff it.
Is Leslie here?
I think I can feel her behind us.
You can
Sorry.
feel it?
I can sense her presence.
Interesting.
All right.
It's
Leslie,
like a
can I have
disturbance in
mine?
the force behind us.
All right, Walt, hand up. There you are, Adam.
Well, it's
Okay.
definitely a doctor.
Yep.
All right. So everybody can see what my doctor is.
Are these? Where's the label, Leslie? Is
Yeah,
it face?
you're right, Walt, and Adam, flip it.
Flip it.
Oh, there you go. So you guys can see these.
Yes, let's smell them. Ooh.
Ooh, I think I have the grape one.
Do you?
I think so. It smells like grape.
Mine could be a couple of different things.
All right, so we're going to drink these now?
All right, cheers.
Wait, is there like a tank coming? What the fuck is that?
That's my brother James on his motorcycle.
Is he here?
Yeah. Leslie's going to go handle my brother James at the moment. And we are going to finish these shots. All right. Well,
cheers.
Cheers. Kampai.
Kampai.
Okay. All
I
right.
definitely think I have the grape one. What do you think you have?
Mine is absolutely the mint.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
When do we take our blindfolds off?
Right now.
Right now?
All right. So,
Not James.
is it Dan?
It's Dan!
Get his ass in here.
All right.
All right. Special guest on Two Drunk Dorks. This is our friend Dan. Come on, Dan. Say hi.
What's up?
How are you, buddy? So Dan lives just a couple blocks down the road, and you know.
Are we live right now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And so
Live.
Dan, what you just missed
I'm not live.
What did I miss?
is that we just did the blinded Dr. McGillicuddy's challenge.
Did you pick him? Did you get him?
Shoot.
Did I get mine?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. So
Did you get yours? I heard you say before I left. Okay.
so mine was mint.
This is
Mine's grape.
the Harry Potter flavors.
Mint.
Dr.
It's just called
McGillicuddy's.
mint.
Isn't that the beans from Harry Potter?
No, that's.
I'm not a dork enough.
Who's the
Birdie Bots.
Birdie Bots every flavored beans?
That's what I'm talking about.
Now we're gonna get back into the content of the episode here. We're gonna start talking about the episodes and when the handoff to Disney happened, and then we're gonna get into some of our actual opinions of whether that was good or bad. But first, I think Leslie has a surprise.
I do.
Like it unless he has
the blue-
surprises.
What was that, Walt?
Nothing?
You want to say that in my gut ear?
No?
Okay.
What do you got for us, Leslie?
I have blue milk.
See, look, that is not a good surprise.
Walt is weirded out by it, so he only gets half a cup.
Why are we even looking at blue milk?
Well, it is actually the blue-colored liquid produced by a female bantha's mammary glands. So we have bantha blue boob milk.
All right, so for those of you watching, we first saw blue milk in Lars' homestead in episode 4, the very first Star Wars.
You just know that?
Yes, I do.
You're
Both know.
dumb.
We all know that.
That's dumb.
The episodes start with 4, 5, and 6. Why?
Because when he wrote the script for Star Wars, it was so massive and gigantic.
There's no way they
my
could
train
produce...
of thought just went blue milk.
So when George Lucas first came out with this big outline, he honed in on the section of the story that could most easily be produced with current technology.
Now, I heard and read that like his entire outline was like stuff that was kind of prequelish and sequelish, but he didn't go like it was just like this massive
Massive
kind of
storyline.
Yeah.
And it was all about the adventures of Luke Starkiller.
And there's a lot of speculation, but no one knows except for George Lucas, and he's certainly not fucking telling that.
We should invite him onto our show.
We should.
Oh, sure.
Let's get
sure,
George
sure.
Lucas drunk
George-
and ask him all the questions.
If you're ever
George?
looking to do something silly,
Come on, pal.
come on, hang out with us. So George started the whole story with episode 4, which was kind of the middle of the story, right? And he told the story of episode 4, Star Wars, and it was a phenomenon, blew up. Then obviously we get Empire Strikes Back and we get Return of the Jedi. Awesome. And then like we said in the first segment, he announced this resurgence with episodes 1, 2, and 3, which are going to be this prequel trilogy about Anakin Skywalker and how he was brought up. Now, let's talk a little bit about those episodes, how we feel, before we get into the point where Disney kind of comes in and our opinions on how that all worked out.
I remember being very excited for the Phantom Menace. Like, ooh, Star Wars, we're fucking doing this. This is all coming back. And then after the garbage that was the Phantom Menace, the second one came out. What was it, like 2002?
That was 3 years later, so it was...
That would be 2002.
I can't add, but yeah.
I didn't want to care about it. I didn't want to go see it. But I was working at Barnes & Noble at the time, and I remember seeing there was like... there was a production book, little magazine, behind the scenes with a story. And I always loved those because they always showed like how they did the blue screen back then and like the miniatures and all that. So I went and saw the movie, and while it was better than Phantom Menace, it still was.
Now, Phantom Menace had a lot of Jar Jar and a lot of the Gungans. And
Also, the Phantom Menace was one of the most overhyped bad guys ever because everything leading up to Phantom Menace was about Darth Maul, this new Sith Dark Lord. Darth Maul this, Darth Maul that. Darth Maul had like 4 minutes of screen time and died like a bitch.
That's neither here nor there.
Yes, you.
Can I bring up another thing?
Yeah?
Midi-chlorians. The Force was this mystical force that binds us all in the universe. No, they're a bunch of little fucking green cells that are called midi-chlorians.
They just hang out in our bodies and they make us think things.
Here we go. I'm spinning the wheel for the first time ever.
Oh, that's a good spin.
Once again, Jabba the Hutt!
Jabba the Hutt! So, Leslie, what exactly is Jabba the Hutt?
Jason? Jabba the Hutt.
I can move if you want.
I know. It actually initially called for different ingredients, but naturally I simplified it. So all it is rum chata, and so like 1 part rum chata, 1 part vanilla liquor, or vanilla vodka, which I added. Okay. 2 ounces of cold brew coffee, and a 1/2 ounce of half and half.
Oh, more curdling.
So, cheers to tummy aches and lactose intolerance.
To Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, that's so good. That's good.
That's the milk after Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Isn't it?
So, if I have to weigh in on the prequels, I feel like, for me personally, they got better.
I think the scenes on Camino with Obi-Wan going to meet Jango Fett, those were some of the best scenes of episode 2. And that, like, fed episode 3 with the whole clone armies and everything. And I thought that was really cool shit.
And then,
the battle on Mustafar. That was the highlight.
Is that when
3.
the robots had the hologram of the Death Star? It's like, we have this weapon that we want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. But around this time, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith,
did satisfy us.
Order 88, Order 86?
Order 66.
66, whatever.
So after all that happened, Lucas decided to get out of the game. Yeah.
And who buys it?
Disney. All right.
Mickey Mouse.
Now there's episode 7, 8, and 9 out of this whole thing. And, you know, depending on how you think of it. Episode 7 was a recreation, scene for scene, of episode 4. Listen, JJ, fucking get real. Write a continuation of the story.
Maybe we can have him on the show.
Why don't we get George Lucas and JJ?
Let's talk.
You guys can sit in our chairs and you guys can hash it out.
Episode 7 should have been an original story. It should have been a continuation of where we left off in episode 6. Why wouldn't it have been?
Every video game and every side book, including Heir to the Emperor, all that stuff from the late 80s and early 90s, they decide that it is no longer canon.
You know how much time I spent reading
and Star
studying?
Wars, the real Star Wars fans, their souls shriveled up and died.
And I'll tell you this. I've never brought episode 7, 8, 9 into Star Wars canon for me. You guys can right the fuck off. You don't.
All right, Adam. Yeah, Rian Johnson.
I already did that. Okay. So
Rian Johnson.
Episode 8. The Last Jedi. This was the biggest piece of shit Star Wars film that I've ever seen, and I wish I had never seen it.
It was a waste of Benicio del Toro's time because he's a great actor.
Waste of film.
To have him just be like, nah.
Waste of time, waste of space. Okay, so we're on to episode 9, and we're talking about the fact that they had to rescue this whole thing from what Rian Johnson had really screwed the pooch on.
Yeah, fuck you, Ryan.
Right. So one last thing about episode 9 is if you guys thought that a romantic relation between Rey and Kylo Ren was a good idea, you can go straight to hell. Because it really sucked.
This is episode 3, but Adam is taking this personally to the higher ups at somehow.
I like how angry this is. I've never seen you this angry.
Listen, Timothy Zahn wrote a book about like Han and Leia having 2 children. One went to the light side, one went
And
to the
then
dark.
Luke and what's her face had a kid too. Kids.
Just go with that. It's cool shit. Why did you guys reinvent the whole wheel?
Because George said those aren't canon anymore.
Who said that?
George. He
I know, but
was like,
you
no
still
more.
You still could have used bits and pieces of that because it's cool. Like, okay, Kylo goes to the dark side as Ben Solo goes to the dark side, and Rey.
Ben Solo.
Yeah, Rey could have been the offspring of Han and Leia that decided to stay light, and they had to hide her.
Come here.
JJ, Ryan, even Lawrence, you guys can never ever replace George Lucas. So, Leslie, I think it might be time for something else. What have you got planned
It's
for
time
us?
for Cider to Cider.
Yay!
All right, Leslie, so what do we have in front of us here?
In front of us here, we have 4 ciders. I have them very casually arranged from possibly most dry to maybe most sweet, but I also made it up based on 1 sip. So, on the far left, we have the Farmhouse Cider Company's Midwest Nice. I think it's pretty sweet, personally. Number 2 is Virtue Cider, and this was founded in 2011, and it's actually just apple, well, it's cider, and then they add pear juice to it. Next!
All of my booze just hit me at once, and I am
Your capital?
mostly
Whoa,
capital.
whoa.
All right, Leslie, what have we got for number 3?
Number 3 is Vandermill.
Okay.
So the Vandy Session cider, it's crisp and clean. Is only made with apples, fermented. They have a dry fermentation process. Is it good? I haven't
It's
tried it.
really good.
Yeah,
right.
It's nice and easy. The last one on your on your left,
Our left, your right.
the right, is the Blake's Triple Jam, which I think this is really great.
This is generally one of my favorites, and it's falling to the back, to the wayside when it comes to these others.
So, okay, if we were to rate these,
Rank them.
I would probably put...
Well,
Yeah.
go from the left. Go from the left. This is number 1.
I would probably... number 1 for me would be number 1.
Okay.
But it'd be a close... Number 1 and number 4 are the closest because I find them the tastiest. I like them the most. I put number 2 as third because, I do like pear stuff, but like, in terms of stuff I would just like want drinkability. That's our keyword, drinkability. Yeah. I would go 1, 4, 2, 3.
1, 4, 2, 3.
1, 4, 2, 3.
Boom.
Interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Rogue One came out, and then Solo came out, and then
Eventually, after the episodes.
after that, there were some series, some Disney Plus series that came out.
And I think like during this time too, like that's when Rebels was started too. Rebels was way before.
Rebels was at the same time as Rogue One.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
The Ahsoka series, I had a 10-foot. Heart attack. 10-foot heart
Let
attack.
me stack these die to show you where his 10 foot. His
Anyway.
10 foot is that right there.
Is there
It's
stuff
still
you
bigger
guys
than yours.
don't remember? Because how the fuck do you remember all of this?
Leslie, our brains are full of useless knowledge, and
I
we
have-
should eject some of it so we could remember really actually important stuff.
Like anniversaries and birthdays.
Yeah, we don't care that much.
When we're supposed to meet someone on time.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Just curious.
All right, so what Walt's getting at is so Rogue One, Solo, Rebels, there's some great content that comes out, right? There's some really amazing shit that Disney's pushing out. And after the tragedy that was these 3 sequel episodes, they're getting us back, okay?
But
We're
then,
not going to give you our opinions yet. We're going to keep cruising.
in like 2019, they probably announced they're doing this series called Mandalorian.
Now, no one knew Mandalorian. This was a
Brand new
completely
character. Brand new character.
Then
Season 2, they reintroduced Boba Fett.
Copy that.
Then they decided to make a series about Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan's story between episode 3 and 4.
Thank
You've been saying that. Is it Obi-Wan or Obi-Wan?
Wan.
You can always say Obi-Wan.
I'd never say Obi-Wan.
You've been
It's
always.
You have been saying Obi-Wan. I was going to point it out, but I didn't.
don't know the power of
Uh-oh.
the Dork side.
No!
All right, Leslie, should I spin it?
Yes.
Yeah, you should spin it.
Okay,
Go for
here we
it.
go.
All right, one more.
Yay! Death Star!
What are the chances?
Death Star! Wait,
That's the one I wanted
What
to
is
try.
a Death Star?
This is the trash compactor. It will help you compact your trash.
Leslie, are we gonna die?
Yes.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
Cheers to
Cheers to
an early
compacting
death.
trash
Oh my
and
God.
dying.
I'm gonna do this on camera in case this is the last time anyone sees me.
All right.
Cheers, Jason.
Cheers.
Oh shit.
I'm scared.
Oh. Oh my Jesus.
Leslie.
I didn't mean to.
I never recommend anyone doing that shot ever again.
No.
There was like Coca-Cola, Jaeger. What the fuck else was in there?
Triple Sec vodka whiskey.
Never say
Sour
Yeah,
mix,
that's
Coca-Cola.
pretty much a trash can.
I think it was just the death.
Yeah, it's just the death shot.
Yeah.
If you take it, you will experience death.
There were so many flavors of stuff in there that
And all of them were awful.
you should just not combine together in a shot glass.
I really think Jaeger should just be eliminated.
I think Jaeger should be known henceforth as Darth Jaeger.
Darth Vader.
Darth Jaeger.
I
Oh my
like
God.
it.
All right,
It should
so
be.
getting back into the discussion, we stopped at.
We're here to finish up the series.
I know we stopped at Solo when we were talking about the movies that made up.
We talked
the-
about Mandalorian.
Yep. So I want to say, you guys, like my favorite and most compelling Star Wars scene of all time is in the Obi-Wan series. Obi-Wan was really cool. It was slow though, and there were some things like Darth Vader was evaded by a wall of fire. He could have just pulled you over to him and chopped your head off.
But then after
then-
Obi-Wan, they had this new series called Andor, which is one of the main characters of Rogue One. And I watched the first episode. It was a snooze fest, and I was just like, I'm done with
Turn it
Andor.
off. Same as Obi-Wan.
And then he kept watching. He's like, you gotta watch. I was like, no.
And I told him, after I had seen most of it, I said, this may be better than Mandalorian.
He rode my ass
I rode his ass.
for a long time, and then I ended up binge watching Andor in like 2 nights, and it blew my fucking mind.
Leslie, what is this?
Oh God, this is the last gimmick.
Here we have
The
the bucket
bucket.
of poor choices.
This sounds like the
That
bucket of
sounds
doom.
terrible.
It's full of lots of tasty treats.
All right, well,
By tasty,
why
you
don't
mean
I,
shitty.
why don't I
Yes,
grab
yes.
yours? You grab mine, but I'm not
Wait, you
talking,
talking about shots or?
No, I'm not going to grab your wiener.
Ah.
All right, I'm going to grab your bucket of poor choices. I'm going to go down a ways.
Ooh, yeah, go down in that
Please go
bucket.
down in my bucket.
Okay, I
All
got
right,
it.
Walt.
I'm not going to show you yet. Grab mine. Grab mine, please. All right, I have Walt's bucket of poor choices.
I have Adams.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh God. Wait, what is that?
This is 99 peaches.
Oh no.
Well, I would rather drink that because
Oh no.
Adam gets to drink Malort. I win. I won the bucket. You lose, motherfucker.
Do you want some cold water? You have water, okay. Oh, Adam, you're fine.
I would drink 10 of these before I drink one of
Malort
those.
sucks. Malort
I have to
sucks.
tell you guys, if he thinks a 30% Malort is worse than a freaking 60% peach, he's got another.
They don't have 99.
I would so much rather do peach than
They
Malort.
don't have 99 peaches the night you fight your father. That's the fucking slogan of Malort.
Because
He's got
these
99.
pants won't shit themselves.
Right.
Oh no.
I mean, these are both gonna suck.
Cheers,
All right.
dummies.
What do you have?
Fireball.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, you,
That's good.
you
Cheers.
stupid
Cheers, everyone,
asshole.
dummies.
Cheers.
Cheers, dicks.
Oh God.
I think I'm gonna die, but it's fine.
I also think you might die. Are you gonna die?
I don't think Disney tanks Star Wars, and I was reminded this week by Jason and Adam. I think, me personally, and don't interject, let me just finish my shit.
Yep, I won't.
I think George Lucas tanked Star Wars when he did the special editions.
Oh.
I think that he could have left them alone. There's some cool stuff that happened in those, but there's a lot of it got weird. And then like the prequels were very disappointing. And I'm saying that they could have been better.
Yeah.
Like what we were expecting after like 15 years of Star Wars and all the lore and all the video games and all the books and shit.
Yeah.
And the comic books.
Yep.
The reason that Star Wars, I think, the first series was so great is because it was a very collaborative effort. George Lucas was like, no, I want to do the first 3 movies all on my own. I'm going to write them and direct them, and I want no input from anyone. Right. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
When he sold it to Disney, it's not like there was a precedence for what George Lucas had done, because the special editions and the prequels were going
kind of all over
down.
The place. Yeah.
Do you consider Star Wars to be political?
No, that's what makes it great.
No.
Okay.
That's what makes it great.
It's a swashbuckler adventure. And
all right. I like that you both reacted quickly to that.
The fact that Obi-Wan, or not Obi-Wan, Han Solo blew Greedo away when Greedo challenged him. And he said, I want
Han always shot first.
Always shot first.
Always shot first. That's what makes Han the best.
We loved Han for that.
Good.
Why would we not? Dude doesn't take shit.
Well, I mean,
and what kid in the 80s doesn't want to be that guy?
You think I had a choice? Over my dead body. Yes, I bet you have.
All right, Walt. Episode 4, A New Hope. Rate it. Go.
Then you're gonna lead it. You go.
I go first?
Yeah, you're leading it. You just said you're
Okay,
leading
A New Hope, 10.
Agree.
Yes, I will go 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Empire Strikes Back, 0 out of 10. 0 to 10. What is it? You go first this time.
9 out of 10.
Yep. 9 out of 10. Okay. Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the fucking Jedi, dude. Yeah, you might be
I give it 15 out of 10.
Okay, so
Jedi is my favorite fucking Star Wars movie ever.
What did I say? 7.5?
Yeah.
it's pretty fun.
And you know they blew up that freaking Jabba's barge, absolutely, completely, on. It was real, like real. Okay, episode 1.
Phantom Menace.
Episode 1, Phantom Menace.
3.
6.5.
3.
Episode 2.
Attack of the Clones. 7. Solid 7.
3.5.
Oh.
I hated the love story. I fucking hated them. I wanted them both to die.
Oh, I didn't even think about the love story.
I wanted them both to die.
Pretty bad. Someone better should have been cast.
All right. Episode 3.
Revenge of the
Revenge of
Sith.
the Sith.
Pretty good.
9.
8.
Interesting.
Those
All
are
right.
good ratings.
But
I love the end, man. When they're on Mustafar and they're fighting and they're freaking lightsaber battling and he chopped him in 3 pieces.
But I love the fight between Obi-Wan and Grievous.
All right, episode 7.
I'm gonna give it a generous 4.
Les has got
I think that's
fucking
actually
glasses on.
okay.
A generous 4.
The Force Awakens as a movie, 9. As a fucking Star Wars film, 4.
That's okay.
Okay.
I think that's actually
Wow.
accurate.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Last Jedi.
I think that's accurate.
Last Jedi. Wow.
Interesting.
There were so many things I liked about it.
I'm gonna be real mean.
I'll give it a 5.
Negative 8. All right, the last one. Last one.
For fuck's sake.
The Rise of Skywalker.
2.
1.
Well, we're both in agreement.
One.
It's a generous 2
It's
for
an
me.
apology movie.
I gotta.
But
All right.
thank you everyone for joining us. We love you guys. I mean,
Keep it real.
We could just keep talking. Blah blah blah.
Keep it real.
Carry on.
Like and
And-
subscribe.
Yeah, keep it real. That's a good one, Adam.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
keep it real, says Adam.
What do you mean? What was that problem?
I don't know. Here. You gotta strain that with your teeth because I don't know where my strainer went. Hi, this is Leslie, the producer of Two Drunk Dorks. I'm here to tell you to drink responsibly. These guys are here for entertainment purposes only. Please practice responsibility in your life. Drink in moderation.